Hi everybody, it's Ian from the Jessops Academy, and if you've ever wondered what 100 million pixels will actually do for you, the answer is big prints. This is our first look at the Fujifilm GFX100.
Great, beautiful. Okay, just put your left arm on the railing and wrap it around. Fab.
That's cool.
With this kind of camera and this kind of 100 million pixels, you'd expect to be tripoded, you'd expect to be a real slow palaver. The speed that you can operate with this camera is phenomenal for this kind of resolution. And actually the inbuilt IBIS 5 stops gives you absolutely confidence that you're going to get a stable result, because that's a lot of pixels to hand hold.
I've only had one day with this particular camera and I was a bit nervous about how quickly I'd get used to the controls, but I've got to say it was really easy. We've not done a really deep dive into all the camera's functionality, but I want to see how the basics actually performed.
Handling on this is so far really cool. Everything's at hands touch, nice dial arrangements. It is, I'm not going to deny it, it's quite a heavy or big camera. You'd expect that with a medium format camera, but it is just handling like a, if you're used to the Fujifilm interface as well, it's just handling like an X-T3, which is insane. Never thought I'd be just out in the street using one of these kind of things and hand holding it.
I was really keen to see how the camera performed in just natural light. I mean, you can bang it into a studio and add loads and loads of stuff in, but that sometimes, takes away what it can actually produce, especially in difficult conditions. So this was shot in just natural light, and I'm just moving Vida around just to capture it, and that's it. Real pure and simple, and it just adds to the argument of you can use this camera out in the field anywhere. You don't have to use it in a studio environment.
The IAF is so good that it's picking up on the I on Vida's t-shirt. That's insane. I mean, it's great, but I want the other eye. It's picked up on your eye now, which is cool. It's picked up on your face immediately. This is really impressive AF actually. It's so snappy. It's just like using a 35mm frame mirrorless camera, not a medium format. I've not been used to this at all. Incredible.
So with a camera of this type and the huge pixel count and the sheer size of it, I was expecting, well, maybe slower type focusing, a little bit cumbersome to use, but just not the case. It handled like a normal DSLR or mirrorless camera, and I was able to move really quickly with it. The focusing was snappy, and obviously that's the face detection kicking in. Just really wonderful to use.
What's really nice is it's beginning to pick up with rain now, and normally with a camera this type you'd be using it in a studio, or if it started to rain you'd be running for a studio perhaps, but the nice thing about this camera is it's weather resistancy and dust proofing, etc. Gives you absolute confidence to just go out and use it like you would a normal kind of mirrorless camera. It's, you don't expect to see this in the studio usually. It's insane. Awesome, great stuff. All right, let's go to a new location, yeah? It's worth pointing out we're shooting in JPEG today. Although some raw software support is available, not everything is available as yet. So, and actually I really want to see how the JPEGs perform. And obviously with Fujifilm you can use their film simulations, which I absolutely love. And so far I've been using Provia. Got this lovely pink umbrella. It'd be a shame not to just stick it in Velvia and see how those colours pop. So we'll just change that now and we'll take a few more shots. Ready, Vida? Okay, let's go over to here. Never thought I'd be saying this on a medium format camera. I'm going to just try continuous burst mode here, and Vida, if you can sort of just switch from one leg to the other as I burst off, okay? Okay, Vida, 3, 2, 1, go. So that was high-speed shooting on a medium format camera. Nuts, absolutely nuts. And performed really well, focusing, kicking in. all the way through it as well. Fabulous. Great thing about obviously having an amazing viewfinder, especially with the resolution of this viewfinder, is you can see all that colour popping straight away. It's one of the things I love about mirrorless. You don't have to wait for the shot to come up on the back of the screen. You're seeing it live, and you're seeing that beautiful film simulation live. Yeah, the grip feels alright actually. I'm never a big fan of straps, so personally for me I'd probably take that off, but and I tend not to use vertical shutter releases. Great that it's there, but you know, it's just not for me. I always tend to move my arm around. But yeah, it feels really comfy. It's got a rubberized feel as well, so you know, you do feel pretty secure with it. Lens wise, you know, it's a big lens, I'm not gonna lie, but that's great for me. You know, I got big hands, I can get straight around that, it's fine. I guess that's really, you know, it's really personal whether, you know, you like the handling on something. Personally for me, quite like it. This grip is quite pronounced at the bottom, but my finger's slipping under that nicely. Yeah, it feels quite secure. One of the things I love about this camera is the top plate LCD. I've never seen this before. You've got electronic representations of ISO wheel, shutter wheel, obviously normal aperture ring there. The other cool thing is you press one button, histogram comes up on the top plate. Never seen that before. That's really, really cool. So when you're shooting and you can bring down, you can quickly check the histogram. Obviously you can have it still live on the screen at the back as well. Just a real nice touch. There's loads of things like this on this camera, just real nice touches. You can see different arrangements as well. If I press the button again, it comes up with this arrangement. So you've got shutter speed, aperture, ISO range, all the other detail, including your meter on there as well. I think given the competition that this camera is up against, you know, I think it's incredibly good value for money. At this level, you know, the GFX system is now expanding with different lenses. It does offer so much body of world's firsts. Okay, look straight ahead now. The detail on the colour and the sensor is just phenomenal. Obviously this is a back illuminated sensor. Fuji always been extraordinary in their colour accuracy, and obviously the film profiles that are built into this sensor is just, you know, takes it to another level in detail. So I guess the question for a lot of people is, what on earth would you need 100 million pixels? Well, just as we saw at the beginning, you know, a big print is, I guess, the answer to that. But it's not only that, it's the insane detail you get, and it gives you a lot more scope when you're cropping in. So you can afford to shoot really, really wide if necessary, and then crop in, you still retain an incredible resolution. I find that really, really handy as a photographer. Why? You can even see the raindrops on the glasses. That's not just fully loaded yet. Let's just see if it tweaks in. Yeah, look at that. That is absolutely insane. Raindrop there, raindrop there. It's just a whole nother world working with this amount of resolution. It really is absolutely insane. So the picture we've currently got on the screen, I thought I'd tell you a little bit more about it. First look, you might think, yeah, it's okay. But if I told you it's shot at ISO 5000 under incredibly difficult lighting conditions, very little natural light, and actually we've just got an Nangwang light just to offer some color, as you can see. But at ISO 5000 f4 handheld at 60 per second on over 100 million pixels, that is very impressive. And if you look at the detail, I was just blown away. Fuji have done a terrific job to marry these GFX lenses up to a sensor of this type and pull out as much detail, resolution, brilliant ISO performance as well. Really, truly blown away. Obviously, given the price tag of this camera, it is aimed at the pro user. You know, it could be studio, it could be, you know, professional landscape photography. But if your budget stretches this far, you know, and in comparison to some of the other products of similar nature on the market, it is extremely good value. You won't go far wrong as an enthusiast. I mean, it just offers you so much scope. Fujifilm GFX100 is awesome, and yes, I do want one. If you want more information on the camera, then visit Jessops.com or visit your local store. Hope you've liked this video. If you have, give us a like. Don't forget to subscribe and also to hit that all-important bell icon. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Beautiful. Fabulous. That's a nice reaction. Lovely. Fantastic. Yeah, great. Tiger, come on, Tiger. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. That's it, stop there. Fab. That's actually a really nice shot. And so is that.